What is up, guys? I'm Unnamed Review Guy, and today we're looking at the TCL 10 Pro. This is my impressions after 24 hours. I did have an unboxing video, but I didn't really like the way it turned out. So we're just going to take a look very quickly at what was in the box. First up, you got the phone. Then underneath the phone, you got the quick start guides and a case. Pretty cool case. I'm going to touch upon the case a little bit later in this video. And you get the USB Type-C charger and the wall brick. So now taking a look at the phone, I've been using it for 24 hours now. I've put my Verizon SIM card into here, and I've downloaded some apps that I typically use. And I'm still as impressed as I was when I first took it out of the box and powered it on. This phone is I still refuse to believe that this thing is only at that sub $500 price point level. That's still shocking to me. The display is probably one of my favorite things so far, in this 24-hour time period, because it's just so sharp of a display, right? It is so vivid. In fact, I was messing around with some of the display settings to make it a little bit more towards my liking. And even with like almost every enhancement setting that TCL's put on here turned off, it still looks so good over this. Could be a display that's definitely on a flagship level phone. It is a 6.47, I believe, inch AMOLED display, and it looks so crisp and clear. And you got that deep dark blacks on top with this screen protector and wallpaper, and you got the nice like vivid greens and blues in there. And it just looks so good with that display. Also, I've been playing around with the camera very little bit. I have not gotten a huge chance to take a look at the camera. I want to take some shots outside probably to try out this camera and some indoor ones and everything. So I haven't gotten a huge chance to check out the camera, but the cameras, in my opinion, what I've seen so far, they look very good, and in fact, to an extent, very comparable with some of last year's flagships and even other flagships that I've used. They're very good. In fact, something that I noticed is the wide angle looks, to me for some reason, I don't know if I'm the only one to see it, it looks like one of the widest wide angle cameras I've seen, and for some reason it just feels like a wider angle than other phones I've reviewed recently with wide angle cameras. Maybe that's just me, but this is something that I noticed. So we'll definitely touch more upon the camera and the camera features in a dedicated camera review for this phone, which I will be doing, and the full-on review of this phone. But just say that I am right now, for the past 24 hours that I've been using it, very impressed with its camera. The design is also one of maybe the best budget or mid-range budget phones that I've seen design-wise, right? It has these beautiful curved edges on the screen. Some people don't like them, but I really do. I like curved edges on my phone, especially when they can do stuff, which one of the things that I've noticed that this thing can do is it has a ruler on the curved edge. Like on the edge panel, I like that idea. Just something I've not seen on a phone that I really like as well. The phone is snappy and responsive. I would expect a, something around that $500 price point. I do expect it at that point to get, at least be snappy, but it is very snappy and responsive. And you could easily mistake this for a flagship device, in my opinion, of using it for the past 24 hours. I could think the price on this phone is much higher than what it is. So again, let's get back to the design. The design is awesome in the hand. It reminds me a lot of the Huawei P30 Pro. This is not the P30 Pro, actually, but the P30 Pro, wherever it is. The P30 Pro here, it reminds me a lot of the P30 Pro and some of the in-hand feel of it. And it just gives me off some P30 Pro vibes, which is awesome because that was one of my favorite design phones of last year. So definitely no complaints there. And I believe that still retails for around $799. So yeah, that's still such a good deal, and of course that's not available in the United States. So this phone looking like it and having a lot of the usage of it is awesome. Also, we have the in-display fingerprint sensor, again, awesome on a phone that cost, you know, below $500 that also has so many other high-end things just to throw in that in-display fingerprint sensor. And it's a good one. It's been pretty responsive. I had a few issues setting it up, but I'm going to, for now, relate those issues to pre-release software. And I'll let you know if I have that issue. I'll try something with another fingerprint in the future once the pre-release software is not available. You know, once it's the final software, I'll try setting up another fingerprint, and I will tell you if that issue is still there. I just wasn't like recognizing it at first when I was trying to scan it to put it in there. But I think that might just be a issue with software-wise pre-release. Otherwise, let's again once more get back to the design. The curved on the back and the front is, again, something that reminded me of the P30 Pro, and is one of the reasons I really liked the design of this device, or really like it so far. And this back panel is a matte finish, has a great looking shine on it, if you see that there, very nice looking. And it is a matte finish, so it feels great, it's nice and smooth. But it also is very fingerprint resistant. Like, I don't see any fingerprints on this thing. And that's great, because if you're going to use your phone without a case, you're going to want to have a phone that is very fingerprint resistant. Ever since Google did this with the Google Pixel 3 back in 2018, I believe, I have loved that idea of having a matte finish, and I really hope to see more manufacturers copying that idea. I know we saw Apple last year, I know we saw some Huawei phones as well last year with that matte finish, so I hope more do it, but I'm very happy that TCL did decide to do it with this. It makes it actually feel much more premium as well, even though this is glass. So the camera design here, I did say this phone reminds me a lot of the P30 Pro in design. Camera design is very unique, in my opinion at least, to TCL phones. Kind of has this badge or stripe across with the cameras in the middle, something that I have not seen before. So one of the things that it also has is no camera bump, so you can put it down on the table and it doesn't actually really wobble when you put it on a table and use it, right? It has these slight, little bit raised rings around the flashes, but there's two of them on each side, and the actual cameras, we can go on that, the actual cameras are not raised, so that's pretty cool. So like I've said many times throughout this video so far, this phone is such an impressive phone to me for the sub $500 market. And I can't wait for it to fully launch and for me to have a little bit more time with it so that I can do a full review of it. Right now I do have my SIM card in the phone, and I will be using it as my main phone, and I will be compiling that review together very soon. So if you're not subscribed right now, click that subscribe button down there and stay notified for when the actual full-on review comes out. This, at least for the US market, is huge, and I think it's going to usher in the year of some of the best available, affordable, well-built, budget/mid-range phones that the US is going to see. So I'm really excited for this, and I think this is starting this phone and the iPhone SE and you know, even the Galaxy A51 last year, and this year the Pixel 4a, of course, will be coming out. Those are the start. Last year the Pixel 4a and the Galaxy A51 is the start of well-made, well-priced, budget/mid-range phones in the United States, and I'm excited for that, and I hope you guys are too. Thanks for watching.